Now, the Qantas boss has called his company's $2.8 billion loss confronting. But for finance analysts, this morning's announcement was a shock. Their worst-case prediction was a loss of $1.5 billion. Now there are questions about Alan Joyce's future at the airline. The details from Paul Caddick.
Now, the Qantas boss admits it's a confronting number, a $2.8 billion loss. Now, that's made up by a few things, including a record high fuel bill of $4.5 billion, mixed with intense competition and a drop in passenger demand. Qantas Domestic and Jetstar in Australia both made money, so did the frequent flyer program, but Qantas International is still deep in the red. Now, the big ticket item in this loss is a $2.6 billion write-down of the value of Qantas aircraft. When Qantas bought its Boeing 747s and A380s in the early 2000s, the Australian dollar was weaker than it is now. The airline has spent hundreds of millions of dollars in the last year slimming down, paying for redundancies, with 2,500 jobs already gone and another 2,500 to go. Alan Joyce says there are no plans for any job cuts beyond that, but clearly it's a big concern for unions.
We are outlining an outlook statement that says the worst is over and this business will go back into an underlying profit for the first half of the year.
This company has squandered every opportunity it's got, and to see it continuing on the same course is a sign of poor performance and lack of investor vigilance.
In another change, the airline is to be split up. Qantas International will become its own company. Now, that opens the way in the future for a foreign investor to come in and buy a share of that company. Alan Joyce insists that they are not seeking a foreign partner at the moment, but it is an option for the future. In the year ahead, there's not expected to be a big pickup in passenger demand, so any further expansion of Qantas domestic services has been put on hold, and there will be no new ventures for Jetstar overseas for the moment.